All right, so how do I start my dropshipping stores and actually scale them past hundreds of thousands in no time, within months, literally? So the first thing you always have to keep in mind, there is this very, very important thing that you need to do. There is the idea that you have and the time that you put that idea into action. Now, the smaller the time between taking an idea and putting it into action, the faster and the easier your success is going to be. Now, what do I exactly mean by this? Let's say you have an idea for a brand. Now, for me, this pops up like out of nowhere. I'm just on TikTok, I'm scrolling, I'm on Instagram, I'm scrolling, I'm just going through everyone's stories. I just see some story with someone showcasing something, and I just see like a product. I'm like, like a candle, for example. What my mind does is the idea of selling candles just works itself out in my head. It's like, okay, who would buy a candle? Why would they buy a candle? What is the reason behind having a candle in your house? Okay, how can I make them want the candle more? What would be a pain point with candles? What would be the benefits? My mind just goes straight into everything that you need to do to actually start it and actually scaling it. But the first thing that happens is after I have the idea, let's take the candle, for example. Now, of course, happens a lot more with, real brands that I'm actually starting. So, for example, a supplement brand or a fashion brand or a skincare brand, health brand, all these type of things, right? You have the idea of it. And the faster you actually get to taking action on that idea, the easier and faster you're going to see success. There's this new brand that I'm starting with a good friend of mine, and I had the idea. It's going to be a beard care brand. I'll be honest about that one. It's going to be a beard care brand now. As I'm growing my beard out, I thought to myself, I had the pain point myself. So I'm just using stuff on my beard, but it doesn't feel soft. It feels a bit like and then it doesn't like shape it well. So it's a pain point. Like I want my beard to be shaped very well. I want it to look very good, but it didn't. Then I had the idea, okay, why am I not making my own thing, which will shape it good, which will make it look very good, which will give that nice smell, and which will also, leave it soft and all these other extra benefits and the pain points that I'm facing, right? The moment I had that idea, I literally was looking within a couple hours of having that idea. I worked it out. I looked at the market. I was like, okay, is there a space where I can come into the market with a different angle? And I saw I could, which I'm going to do. And then I thought to myself, okay, perfect. Within hours, literally within 1 or 2 hours, 3 hours maybe maximum, I thought to myself, okay, I'm gonna brand this. So what I do is I just go look out for suppliers. I text multiple suppliers, wait for them to reply. Within one day, within 1 or 2 days, I found a supplier that could make the whole it's not just going to be like one little product I'm gonna sell. I'm gonna sell a whole pack of it, etc. You guys will see. It's going to come. It's on the way. It's already being made. But I had this idea like it's the 7th of February right now. I had this idea on the 5th, 2 days ago. I have already talked to suppliers. I sent them what I wanted. I sent them how many pieces I needed. I sent them my logos for the samples. I made everything. Everything is done. Domain is done. Everything is like full fetched. Everything from start to finish to actually, if I just go online with it now, it's already done. And now what I've done is I just talked to the supplier. I told them, okay, I want to order stock. So now what I've done, I've already ordered samples, right? So the samples are already being made. So within a couple of weeks, I'm going to be seeing those samples. And after they're made, we're going to use them. We're going to make some content with them. We're going to send them out to influencers. Everything is already worked out. The moment I had the idea, which was the 5th of January, or 5th of February, my bad, 2 days ago, within a couple hours, that idea became reality. And this is genuinely, and I seriously mean this, how you can go from nothing to something in just a matter of a couple months. You see it all the time. You see people online, you see me, a lot of other people as well. You see like 1 year ago or like a couple months ago, they were just, you knew them, you saw like their lifestyle was not that crazy. And then 3, 4 months later, all of a sudden they're driving a new car, they're in a new place, this is looking nice, like all of a sudden they're up now, right? That's how fast your life can change. But seriously, the most important thing you need to do is just have the idea and execute on that idea as soon as you can. Even the same with this YouTube video. The moment I had that idea, within 2 minutes I started. Seriously, within 2 minutes, I was just setting up my camera here, and I just looked on my phone. Okay, what time is it? It's perfect. It's time for me to record videos. So I just set my camera up, press record. Here the fuck I am. You have an idea, you bring it into reality as soon as you can. Now, the more important things, the more technical stuff, as in, for example, your market research on your brand, right? How are you going to scale it from 0 to 100K? It's all those type of things. What I think is the hardest part, especially with starting and scaling, is product validation. Now, with experience, for example, for me, I know that this beard thing is going to work. I know if I were to sell candles, I'll make it work because it comes from experience. But if you have no experience, what I would say is validation is the most important thing before starting. So validation of your idea and then the execution of the idea. Right? Now the execution goes in multiple parts: building your store, putting the products on your website, making the logo, running ads, making videos, scaling it up, employees, store, blah, 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 all these type of things. That's the execution part. But before that, you have a couple steps to make sure the execution is even going to be good. Because if you don't even know if your idea is going to be validated, it's probably not going to work. If you're going to sell, I don't know, fucking random curtains or something, without any idea of why you're selling it, who you're selling it to, it's not going to work. What you need to do before ever looking into starting dropshipping or starting a dropshipping store and actually, or brand, right, which is what we do, and actually scaling it up to hundreds of thousands, the first thing you need to do is validate the idea. Now, the easiest way to validate the idea is to simply see if other people are doing it. Now, you guys already know, there is a lot of people that are going to do the beard thing, right? There is already a lot of people that do it. There is shitloads of people that already do it, right? Everyone does the beard thing, and this is only good. This doesn't mean, I can't do that anymore. Same thing with phones. Bro, you have Apple, you have Huawei, you have Samsung, you have Honor, you have this, you have that one, you have this, all these fucking brands selling practically the same phone, basically, right? But one is outperforming the other, and the other one is outperforming the other, and that one is outperforming the other. They all have a different audience that they're targeting. They all have different customers that come to them, right? Different price points, different angles, right? For example, an iPhone is not good to I don't know, an iPhone is not good to genuinely use for a very long time. You do very heavy tasks on it. Samsung is good for that. Play very high intensity games, whatever, right? Usually Samsung will last longer. Samsung's battery is better, Samsung's camera is better, Samsung's this is better, Samsung's that better. But iPhone just feels more luxury. An iPhone feels like an Apple. It doesn't feel like a fucking Android, right? This is why people buy. Full different angle. This is how you need to validate your products. You need to see if everyone is doing it. If everyone is doing it, that is perfect. That doesn't mean it's bad. That only means it's good. What you're going to do after that is you're going to see, okay, what is everyone doing? Apple is targeting from this angle. Samsung is targeting from this angle. Huawei is targeting from this angle. Honor is targeting from this angle. Okay, how can I come from a different angle where I'm not going to be in the same boat as Apple, Samsung, Huawei, which is going to out-compete the fuck out of me? So you're basically not going to make money if you're going to go against Apple. Of course not. It's Apple, right? So you need to come from a different angle. So you make a phone that flips open or something, or a phone that is specifically made for gaming, or a phone that is specifically made for making videos, right? Content creation, or a phone that is specifically made to be minimalistic or luxury, whatever, bro. Just angles. These are top of my head for a phone. It's very hard business to go into phones, but it's the same thing that I'm going to do with the beer brand. It's the same thing that I'm going to do with I'm already doing with all my brands. You validate it through the competition. If you have a lot of competition, it's only good. After this, what you need to do is you need to take that idea, right? Differentiate it from other people. See how you can be different. Is it possible for that idea to be executed? If it is, within a couple fucking hours, that idea should be executed, bro. Within a couple fucking hours, I'm telling you. If you have the idea in your head, make it into reality. The moment I had that idea of this beard brand, I started 2 days. It's already in the works. Within a couple weeks, I'm already going to be live. Now, of course, I have to wait for samples, etc., etc. Then I can do it. If I wanted to, I could drop ship it right now. Full drop shipping. Not even branded drop shipping, which is what I'm going to be doing with this. Right? But that is how easy it is. Seriously. Sure, the execution part, I go in other videos where I'm actually showing you guys, like, okay, this is how you execute it, this is how you do this is how you do that, blah, blah, blah. I'll tell you guys, like, okay, this is how I made 300K, this is how I made 10K in a day, 300K in a month, 500K, blah, blah. I show you guys, like, okay, this is how my ad structure looks like, this is what my product research method is, this is what my creative method is. That is in the other video that you can find, where I'm doing it, like, on the screen. But these are very easy for you to genuinely just straight up get to work after you have an idea, because you need to. The moment you have the idea, it should be executed within a couple hours. That's it. That's as simple as it is. That's how I can come up with, not come up, just but start something, like start a brand and just straight up make it a success straight away. It's because the moment I have the idea, it gets executed. That's it.